HoveLand Radio, oh, hey. HoveLand on the radio. HoveLand Radio, oh, hey. Listen to our radio show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to HoveLand Radio. I am the employee of the week, James Hovey.
And I, for the record, don't want to talk about any of this, so let's just
I
move
have
on to a different
another
topic.
fantastic video coming out this week.
I'm sure you do.
Another great edition of Hat Attack bonus round.
You got about... That's going to wear thin. That's going to wear thin. It's not that good of an idea, as you think.
Better than your idea.
Yeah, you got... This last one, all right, I watched it finally. It's not
Better
not
than
bad.
your video.
I still don't understand all the questions. Some of them made no sense. Some of them
really
people
supposed to
didn't
make
think...
sense.
Yeah, there was a lot of them that people didn't interpret correctly, in my opinion.
Well, they were supposed to give funny answers to. Silly answers. They weren't supposed to make sense.
Well, good, because they were not realistic ways to live your life, a lot of those.
They weren't supposed to be. They were supposed to be funny. We're making a comedy.
Well, I don't think that they were funny either. And I hope that next week...
It was funnier than your video.
Well, I'm just saying, if they're not going to be funny, just make them make sense. And then, it's not so bad. That's the tip I'm giving you.
But it was funny. And just because it doesn't make any sense to you, because you're a little on the slow side.
That's not true. That's not true. Look at me. Look how fast I am, all right? I'm ready to go. You can't call me slow.
I meant mentally slow.
No. It's right up there.
2 plus 2.
Okay, 4. Yeah, that's not hard.
4 plus 4.
8.
8 plus 8.
16.
16 plus 16.
Ah, come on now. How long are we going to have to do this before you believe that I'm pretty smart?
How about 16 plus 15?
Can we go back? What? Let's rewind them again. Let's go backwards to the
7
smaller
plus 8.
numbers. Yeah, 15. That's not bad. Let's
You had to count on your fingers.
Yeah, let's just keep.
And you had to actually.
You know what?
Kind of point at your foot when you
but
did
you got
the
to
last
admit,
part
of all those questions, I answered almost all of them.
Sort of, yeah.
Perfect. So
you know your times tables.
Yes.
You had them
So
drilled
don't
into
call
you in
me
school.
slow. Is my point.
I just mean you're a little slow on the uptake sometimes. Is that better?
I don't know. Yeah, sure. I guess so. But I'm quick on the downtake. That should be pointed out.
Yeah, you're definitely quick on downtakes.
Thank you. All right, fine then. I guess we're in agreement, I think. All right.
Or retakes or reshoots or
Now,
whatever.
What are we going to talk about? Because I don't want to talk about my video. It was
why
what
don't
it
you
was,
want to
and
talk
I
about your
said
video?
what I said in that video, and that's going to be it. I don't want to have to explain how it went down anymore.
Well, I mean, while I was filming Steve's video, I did kind of catch what was going down on your video.
I don't want to talk about Steve's video either, but you know what we could talk about? And it's kind of a shame. Steve got kicked off the radio. He's been demoted.
Yeah, well, he had the worst video.
Yep. So Rick Gold called us up and said,
I still can't believe he fell for that boxing
If he
video.
pulls his socks up, maybe he can come back on. And it wasn't because he wasn't good at doing the radio show. It's actually, I mean, I don't usually do this, but I kind of feel bad about this situation because I feel like if I had been able to green screen him up to my normal standards of green screening someone,
You mean me doing the green screening?
Let me rephrase the sentence. If the green screen that I did for him
Where
turned
I
out,
key out the green colors.
if it had been the way that I normally do it, it would have been better for him, and he probably would still be on the radio.
The way you normally do it is you get me to do it.
Look, I'm just trying to take responsibility here. You don't have to trample all over
Well,
it.
you don't have to take responsibility for Steve's crappy video.
But I feel bad about not getting all the green out. I'm usually good at it. All right? And it's like, next time, if I get another chance, I'm getting rid of all the green if it takes me all week. Even if the video's late and has to come out the week after, it will be green free if it's up to me. All right?
Okay, well, if you can figure out how to key out all the
And I'm
green.
sorry, Steve. And hopefully, next week, he will beat you so bad. Well, actually, I don't want to talk about his video.
Well, I have a surprise guest for later on in the show.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I didn't bring any guests.
Yeah, I didn't think you did.
I'm not happy about this, and I didn't want anybody else to be here when I'm not happy about it. I don't think I even really should have... I don't think I should have to put my video out, and I don't think I should have to come to this show.
Well, yes, you do, because this is what we do.
Well, I should have called
This was the
in-
contract. You were the one who got us roped into this contract.
I should have called in sick.
You can't call in sick.
It's not right. I'm going to the labor board for next week, and if something like this happens again, you can bet I'm not showing up.
Well, fine then. Don't show up. I'll just do the show on my own.
No?
The way I always wanted to.
Yeah, if you do it on your own, you know what's going to happen.
We're going to have a great show.
No, you're just going to talk about me behind my back, so I'll have to come to
I'm
defend
just
myself.
not going to talk about you.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Just going to enjoy the fact that you're not here.
Well, what else would you talk about?
Well, first we could talk about my Hat Attack bonus round.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting part of your life.
Well, we shot another one this weekend. We went uptown to the boardwalk.
Yeah.
The lovely, world-famous Reversing Falls Boardwalk.
Oh, I bet that was awesome.
It was.
My video would have been better if it had went the way that I meant for it to. And I think, really, when you watch it, you can judge for yourself. I explained in the video.
I thought you didn't want to talk about your video.
Well, I don't know, but I certainly don't want to
let's talk about mine.
I don't want to talk about yours either.
Well, I want to talk about mine. I don't care what you want to talk about.
All right, well, I don't know. You said you got a special guest.
Yeah, for a little bit later.
How much later?
Well, first I want to talk about my Hat Attack bonus
fine.
round.
Talk about the Hat Attack bonus round.
Well, we were on the lovely, world-famous Reversing Falls Boardwalk.
Yeah.
We were down by the lovely Bronze Moose.
Yeah.
We had a very funny lady. Her stubble and Adam's apple were a little distracting, but she was very funny. She had one of the best answers of the night.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch this and decide because I didn't go with you this time.
And then we met up with a group of girls on a pub crawl, and we just kind of... That's where we finished our shoot for the night and went on with them. Had a great time. They smelled really nice.
Well, that just sounds creepy.
Well,
I hope that they're listening and they can just be like, next time they see you in the street, they'll be like, avoid that guy. He's creeping me out.
No, that's what they would have done if you were there. We would never have got to follow them if you were there. They wouldn't have said, come on with us. We're having a great time.
That's not fair. They would have, no, they would have been
and
like,
we laughed and
no,
laughed and
you're
partied
right.
the rest of the night.
They wouldn't have said that. What they would have said if they had saw me would be like, let's not go and do what we're doing. Let's go and do what that guy's doing because look at how much fun he's having.
When has that ever happened to you?
I don't go out much, but if I did,
that's why they wouldn't have followed you because you don't go out. Ooh, let's
saying.
go to his place and sit in his filth room.
I'm going to go out.
His den of filth.
I'm going to go out and people are just going to be unresistible. I'm going to be unresistible to other people is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine that happening. Unless you wrap yourself in chocolate and bacon. And even then, the only thing you're going to be unresistible to is fat people and dogs.
Yeah, well, that's kind of true now, because here you are. Burn! I got him on that one. On that one.
You're not irresistible to me.
I wish, yeah, well, that was...
In fact, I resist you a lot. There's a lot of resistance between us.
In the moment, that was a good burn. And if I could redo my pranking video, I would just have that moment.
And that's what you do every week. Just have that one where you say, "You're fat, burn." That's great, Adam.
It does seem like it would lower my costs, and that's a thing that Rick Gold enjoys.
Well, fortunately, my video doesn't cost very much. 2 or 3 pieces of paper every week.
All right, we're done talking about your video. We put in. I've been timing it. You've been going on about it for 4 minutes.
Yeah, well, I had a great time making my video.
Yeah, well...
Which, by the way, has made me the employee of the week. My last week's video.
But you've already talked longer about yours than I talked about mine. And
you said you didn't want to talk about yours.
Right.
Well, that means I get to take all the time you want. You weren't...
No, but normally I would talk about it for the whole show. And this time I don't want to talk about it.
Well, then
so
that
I'm going to
means
still have to address it a little bit.
I get to talk about it for my video for the entire show.
All right.
Until my special guest comes here.
Why don't you just send him home then? Because obviously you're not going to finish prattling on, patting yourself on the back about your stupid hat attack.
Well, maybe I should bring out my special guest then.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Let's get it over with.
All right.
I'm sure this is going to be great.
Let me, yeah, here he is.
Oh, jeez. It's this.
What's up now?
This isn't fair.
What's up
PrankZilla.
It's, yeah. Hi, PrankZilla.
I don't think I want him sitting right there. I can't sit beside this guy.
It's good because I don't want to sit beside him. Let's trade seats. We're trading. Yeah, we're trading.
You're gonna have to, because if I have to go after him, I'm gonna need someone in between.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's good.
Prank me? You're gonna prank me, are you? PrankZilla.
Yeah, I did prank you, and it's still. You know what? You still didn't see me coming, and it was still embarrassing to you a little bit. And you know what I figured out is that I don't want to talk about it.
I don't see how that's embarrassing to me.
If you just if it's just the right slice of the video, it could be perceived that way.
Well, who's editing the video?
Me.
Either way, it's not gonna look good for you.
Yeah.
I did 2 pranks. You
looked-
did 0 pranks.
I did half one.
In
and
fact, he kind of did
I
too, because
redirect.
he wore a belt which stopped you from doing
There's
your
also a thing
pranks,
okay, fine.
which in itself is a prank.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 3
So,
pranks.
Thank
Mark-
you, James. Thank you. That's 3-0.
Mark, a.k.a. PrankZilla, fired it on my head. Big deal. It's not that bad. And you know what? It turns out,
before
I
didn't think
figured
it was
out
very
afterwards.
funny, but in retrospect, hilarious.
I
I
figured out.
told you, don't tell me what not to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
I figured out afterwards, and I explained it in my video, how the fart was kind of carried by the wind, and it probably hit more onto James than me.
It's a thought that counts.
And I thought about it, and I'm right.
And I'll
That
tell you,
wasn't
if I had a
down in.
nickel for every wannabe prankster that tried to prank me, I'd have 27.5 cents after you.
Wait a second.
That's not
Wait a
mathematically
second.
correct.
I thought he's the math whiz. What's going on here?
I think he's trying to say that I'm worth less than the other pranksters.
I didn't
I'm
say
gonna go
that.
with
First of all, I
yes.
didn't say that. You're jumping to conclusions.
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
say
saying.
that.
Now, how many? Yeah.
I'm going to say you're not as good as the other pranksters.
Okay.
But we're still
Appreciate
not
that.
as good as...
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I appreciate
But let's rewind things a little bit. How many pranksters?
This is live. What do you mean rewind it? It's live.
That's not what I meant. We rewind just time and think about it that way for a minute. Okay, when I'm
do that. That's statistically impossible.
no, but just
According to the laws of
okay. Let me
physics.
explain the rest of my sentence, and then you can judge the whole thing, the sentence as a whole. Okay. Right now, you're
Can
just
you make a complete sentence?
I'm trying.
It's going to be a partial sentence.
with you around.
Improper
It's probably just going to be part of them.
punctuation and such.
I don't even remember what I was saying now. Thanks.
I don't even know why I'm here.
Well,
you're
he
right.
invited you, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, James.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is my prank. Actually, is he's just here to ruin your night some more.
Perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? That's fine because
Remember all those guests that you brought in before to ruin my night?
I remember what I was going to say now. Let's go back to that. You know what I was
Can you get it all out?
Well, what I was going to say is if you rewind time a little bit, most prankers on their first prank, it's not as good as their ones now. So if you just compare my prank to everyone else's first prank, it is easily the best.
What do you know about pranking? You put on the suit and you put beer caps on your neck, all of a sudden you're a prankster.
Yeah, people don't see it coming. They're like,
You know, and you're in it just to make videos. I don't even make videos. I'm in it for the purity of the prank. You're in it for fame. You want to get all famous. I'm a prankster.
yeah, well, your videos
know,
still end up
Pure
on YouTube.
prankage.
Oh, I'm not responsible for whoever records me, but I don't bring a recording device. I'm not in it for the fame, Adam, okay?
Yeah, well, I wasn't either. But then Rick Gold made me do it.
Come on now.
It was your choice for a video to do, Adam.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm probably not going to do pranking anymore.
You're gonna try to
So-
out PrankZilla. Let me ask, were
Is
you
that
an
a
intern
challenge?
for the Jerky Boys in the 90s? Oh, you weren't? Oh, you must be better than me then.
You were an intern for the Jerky Boys. How do you intern for the Jerky Boys?
I served them like a lunch one time at a restaurant they were at and I worked at.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I could see how that would be in.
Well, I
And that was in the
just-
90s. You weren't even born in the 90s.
I tried to serve lunch to Bob Saget. That happened.
He's not a prankster.
Well, he's
Adam, that wasn't Bob Saget.
What do you mean?
That was just a guy uptown who looked kind of like Bob Saget.
Well, okay, fine.
He
Let's
had
skip what
glasses
James
and
said.
he was
What
a
do you
little
mean Bob
baldish.
Saget's not a prankster?
How was he a prankster?
People thought that he was like, just a regular guy who wasn't funny. And then it turned out that he was pretty funny. That was
And
his
then they
prank.
saw
Okay,
the
so he's a
aristocrats?
comedian then. He's a comedian, not a prankster.
But he's also like, he's shocking with what he says. People thought he was a
Yeah,
family man 'cause he was on a
until he
family show.
apologizes for what he just said.
Well, I don't listen to those.
You don't even know what a prankster is.
He was kind of like one.
You're going to try to out-prank the best prankster in the area. You don't even know what a prank is.
Is this a challenge? Are we going to, I will do a prank off, all right? I don't want to have to do it, but I'll say right now, I'm in it.
I'm going to let you take those words back immediately. If you like, I'm going to give you that opportunity.
No,
in case you want to.
I'm all for this prank off.
Well, see, okay, this is hard for me because part of me
It's going to be hard for you.
doesn't want to do pranks anymore. But then the other part of me can't, I can't just give up after one. So yeah, okay, let's do it.
Well, you can give up
Part of
after
you that
one.
gives up after trying everything once wants to give up after
I do
trying
have a good
something
idea
once.
for a new video.
What's that?
Well, I'm really good at magic tricks. I could just
No.
do magic tricks. I've been checking those out on YouTube.
See, that's what I mean. You're getting into pranking, okay? You're getting into magician. Like, why don't you pick something, okay? Maybe something that you've already been doing for 10 years, and do that instead of jumping into everyone's world. And I'm all of a sudden I'm the best guy, and I'm this and I'm that. You don't know anything about magic. Nothing.
Yeah, but nobody wants to watch videos of him just drinking.
I did a
sitting
magic
there
trick.
Doing nothing.
Oh, that's what he's good at. Okay.
No.
I did a magic trick live in front of people, and they were fooled. I talked to them afterwards.
they weren't.
And I've done tricks on this show. You can't see them because we didn't have cameras until
Because
now.
it's
Well, that's
the radio.
convenient. Yeah, that's convenient.
Well, I mean, now
Yeah,
it's a
that's
podcast,
what
a
James
video
said.
podcast.
It was convenient, but it worked. It worked. They were good. We
Yeah,
had an
but they
elephant
never-
in the room one time. Remember
No,
that?
you played some elephant noises.
Well,
and
I
actually,
didn't.
it was just kind of a fat joke on me saying that, oh, James is fat, now he's in the room.
See, it's you say that I just keep jumping from one thing, but really they're all blending together. That was a prank I pulled on James. It
You
wasn't.
don't blend magic and prank. That's not how it works.
That is what I'm going to do. My next video is be Prakenstime's Magic
Magical
Monster.
prank?
You don't even know your
Magic
name.
Monster.
You don't even know your name.
I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. All right. These videos are hard for me to make.
The Hat Attack bonus round is almost perfect.
Yeah,
It's a good
great.
show.
Yes,
It's
thank
a good.
you.
It's a good show.
Don't
Thank you.
tell him that. You're inflating his
And
ego.
another thing, this Prakenstime, like I'm already a movie monster, PrankZilla, and you know what I mean? It's like
Well,
a slap in the face.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
to be fair, I
You are
didn't know
kinda
you were
ripping
there.
on his
And
thing.
you know what's a slap
you
in my?
didn't know. Who doesn't know I'm around?
You know what's a slap
honestly,
to my face?
I hadn't. But, I mean, I am
I
well
saw a
aware
video
now.
where you pants someone. All right, and I know it came out before my video.
I'm sorry. Did their pants actually go down?
That's not, but mine did on my.
see.
I got the pants down one time
Yeah.
too. And what I'm saying is, even though your video came out before mine, I was out talking around town about doing it, and then there you are doing it. So I think you heard me saying it.
I've been doing it since 1952. It's no
I'm
secret.
1952.
Well, then
How
maybe what you're
old are
doing
you?
is public domain. Then, is
Pardon
that
me?
what you're saying? What you're doing is public domain.
Sure it is.
So I'm free to rip on you. Then
You go for it.
I'm going to accuse you of ripping on me.
So you're challenging me to a prank off. Is that what's happening here today?
I thought I could drop out of that.
No.
I gave you one immediate chance to do that, and you didn't.
Yeah, and
So,
I said I was all for this
I
prank
don't want to
off,
get locked
so you're
into
in
a,
it.
I don't want to do a prank off. I don't want to get locked into a prank off. Can we have a magic
You
off?
you already are.
I don't want to.
That's the thing. You already are.
What do you mean? I could
You
just,
called me out.
Well, I'm not going to prank
You called me out right here.
I'm not going to prank you anymore.
On live radio and
I can't make the same promise.
Why not?
video
Okay, make-
podcast
Just make
later.
that promise, please.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right?
Not happy.
This is going to be good.
I don't want to be pranked. I don't want to be pranked off either, and I don't want to have to
Oh.
prank off anyone else.
No one wants that.
Yeah, I don't want to be pranked off by you either.
Look,
And I say let's just stop talking about pranking each other off, and we'll just.
I
get
never
to the
even mentioned pranking anybody off.
We'll just get to the prank off later.
look. All right, fine. Yes, we'll get to the prank. No, we won't. I don't want there to be a prank
Yeah.
off, right? I'm officially resigning from the pranking off, and if he pranks me off, I'm getting a lawyer.
Okay, look, I'm not going to prank anybody off. Why don't we just
No,
get to
not
this?
you.
I'm not pranking anybody.
PrankZilla.
I'm going to pull some pranks off, but I'm not pranking
That's the
you
same
off.
thing. That's what
all
I
right,
meant.
well, why don't
I'm
we just
laughing about something different that was on my phone.
Now that we have to make our money here, we have to do the Rick Gold's catalog.
Oh, thank God. This is my
These,
favorite part. I've been working on.
these-
I've been picking out my favorite ones from the
Lovely
catalog
products.
for you to pick out.
Adam, why don't you tell us what catalog we have this
No,
week?
well, first, okay, I'll say the name of the catalog and then we'll do the theme song.
Why don't you
So
tell me who Rick Gold is first off?
Rick Gold's our manager.
Yeah,
He pays for
he
the
owns
show.
us.
He manages you
Well, he's got,
and you.
Yeah, he bought our production.
Yeah, he bought it. We're getting paid because of him, and he has his own
We're
catalog.
kind of slaves.
Okay,
Well,
all right.
That's a negative way to look at it. We have to sell
He
stuff.
threatened to stab Steve and me if Steve's video wasn't good next week. Do you know how hard it is to make Steve's video good? I mean, basically, he's just stealing one of PrankZilla's videos.
Hold on here. Steve's my friend. First of all, I went to high school with him, so let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. I don't want to have to prank you off too.
I don't want to be pranked off.
All right. Look, we get back to the catalog. So this is the Fun in the Summer Catalog Safety Edition. Play the theme song.
Unique things around the house that you can't find because they make no sense. Well, they make sense, and we sell them from Rick Gold's catalog.
Okay, so
That was lovely.
I like it. I should have tried to sing along with it so that we could hear it. I don't like this not having headphones.
These are supposed to be safe products. What are these water wings made with actual duck feathers? That's water wings aren't made with feathers.
Yeah,
they're
these
inflatable.
These ones are. They're fine. You can only use them in shallow water.
So only where you can reach and your
said-
arms aren't actually wet.
Well, whatever, but it says that in the see the asterisks?
Okay, not for depths below 6 inches.
Yeah, because they make you heavier is the problem with those.
Yeah. Not for depths more than 6 inches.
How much does water wings cost?
Like, you can get them at the dollar store, $2.
Oh, not these ones. Never mind. Okay, move on.
Yeah, I've noticed they are very, very
Hey,
expensive.
we'll flip the page. The rest of the stuff in there is really good. And we should also point out, if you want to buy this stuff, you can contact us on Facebook or, I don't care. Anyways, HoveLand, you can comment on this video with, that you want to buy them, put your order in the video. We'll get a hold of you. This stuff's important to us.
Yeah,
Flip the page.
okay, Ricky Sticks Trail Mix?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of gross, actually.
It's a food product.
I've had some of these other edible products from the Rick Gold catalog.
Edibles?
Not that sort of edible.
Oh.
They were terrible.
Unedibles.
Unedible edibles, yes.
Yes, he's talking about smelling steaks. It says right on them, do not swallow.
Yeah, but what about
On
the
the
now
food.
edible smelling steaks?
Well, they say chewable.
Chewable
smelling steaks, do not swallow them.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Smelling steaks are a product that Rick Gold had in his catalog before.
Right.
They're like a steak, and you scratch them, and then you can. It's like smelling salts, but they're
But
it's a
they're
steak.
steaks.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time just sitting across from me. I got to be honest.
Well, that's not.
I
fair.
have a hard time sitting.
I'm
across
having a
from
hard
them all the
time sitting across from both of you.
I'm a prankster, and you got prank appeal all over your face.
Well, just don't start the prank off now, okay? We'll save it for
Please
later.
don't
I don't want to
start the
have
prank
to.
off
I don't
and
want to
leave
have to
prank
defend
appeal all
myself.
over
I
his
just
face.
want to be out of the prank off. I just want to be
It's
out
too
of
late
it.
for that now. It's way too late for that now.
I'll have to get a lawyer then.
All right, well, what's the next thing in the catalog, Adam?
The next one that I like is lawn spears. Those are fun. Because see, what
Lawn
happened
spears?
is, well, you know how they illegalized lawn darts? That was one of the funnest games going. So we found a way around it. We got at least 2 or 3 years before they restrict these things. They're lawn spears.
I'm looking at the picture here. They're basically just
That's a lawn dart.
sharp, pointy sticks.
Yeah, well, they're bigger than lawn darts, though. They're a lot bigger. You have
Yeah.
to overhand them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way safer.
Because you got to admit you have better aim that way, right?
Sure.
If you overhand something. If you underhand it, you don't know where it's going to go. It goes up and then it just comes down wherever.
I still think they're a bad idea. You shouldn't be throwing spears.
Of course they're a
at
bad
your neighbors.
idea. That's a terrible idea. All these ideas are terrible.
Well, you don't want to buy them? That's fine. But you can't badmouth them on the air because
I just did.
he's paying our bills.
He's not paying me.
Well, then this is going to fall on to James. So that's fine by me. I'm going to keep endorsing them. The next
I'm
product,
here for you, not for him. We're not pranking each other off. It's me and you.
Yeah, well, okay, but he invited you. I didn't want you here. And for the record, right now, I still don't. So, you don't. Yeah, you do scare me a little bit.
That's what's
So-
going to happen. You're going to see that. A prank's going to happen to you, and you're going to go, what just happened? And it's going to be me standing in the bushes going,
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get my defenses
Yeah,
up.
that sounds like a great prank.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna get my defenses up, and you're not gonna be able to get to me. So don't even try.
Whatever you do, don't try to build up your defenses with the uncatchable frisbee.
Yeah, see, that's a good one. It's so sharp, no one can catch it.
It's a rusty old saw blade.
Yeah, but see, catching frisbees anyways is pretty unsafe. So this
a
is
rusty saw blade.
but
I
hear
can
me
see
out.
where it says craftsman
Here, yeah,
on
they're
in the
cheap.
picture.
They're cheap when they're rusted. What I'm saying is, you didn't let me explain how they work. You throw them. If you try to catch a frisbee, you could get injured. If it's just a regular frisbee, even a plastic one.
Well, not really hard. No,
People don't get it, but you could lose a fingernail, get hit in the eye. That's never good.
yeah,
What-
if you can't catch.
Well, right. But this one, you're not even going to try to catch, is what I'm saying.
No, you.
You just throw it. It's the uncatchable frisbee.
Can I go back in the waiting room until we're done with this catalog business, or
This is going to take up the rest of the show.
the rest of the show?
Rest of the show.
We only have a couple more products that we are
What's the next
that
one?
we're
Give us the next
forced to
one.
endorse.
We got these awesome water balloons. See, our water balloons are made out of vinyl. You can they don't ever break. You can just keep throwing them. It's a lot.
But the part of the fun of water balloons is they break.
That's the whole part of it. That's all of it. That's not part of it. That's the whole thing.
What do you no? But see, with these ones,
Well, I mean,
because
filling it up is technically part of it.
I see what
Sure.
you're saying, but what I'm saying is with these ones, you don't have to buy any more. You just get this one water balloon and you're set for life. Water balloon wise.
But you don't get to actually break it over people.
You don't
which
even
is the
see
fun.
it. It comes right here. Lifetime warranty. Lifetime. If you
Yeah.
do break it somehow, we'll give you another one.
What's the price? What's the cost?
Well, you got to understand. This, like I said, one time buy, you never need another one, right? So it's $50.
For how many? A package of
One.
one.
It's pretty big.
So
It's more.
So it's
like
just
full
an empty medicine ball, is what you're saying, or a basketball, or football.
It doesn't matter what they're made out of.
all things that are made of vinyl, by the way, James.
The only thing that we're
Well,
claiming.
when you buy the cheap ones, yeah.
Okay,
they're fine.
all right. I see what
The
you're saying.
only thing we're claiming is
Which
that
we
it
buy the
will
cheap
not
ones.
break. We're not saying what it's, what it used to be. We're just saying what it does now. You fill it full of water, you whip it, it's fine. You can pick it up and do it again if you want.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
It's another ridiculous product. This should be called the Ridiculousness Catalog.
these products are what's technically funding our show until we start making money.
Funding what? What are we looking at here? It's a room with chairs.
Yeah, and the
There's
radio
equipment.
station lets us be here for free.
Yeah.
But we brought our own cameras. And this
Yeah.
guy we're going to pay sometime.
This guy, you're paying him.
Someday.
Not yet, but maybe someday.
We're
He's
all
an intern.
We're all yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well,
I've been there. I've been there.
We're all interns. Remember that
Interning's
thing
tough.
we signed? That's kind of how he's getting away with this.
I didn't sign anything.
No, for our.
Yeah.
I mean, what we signed to be under Rick Gold. We signed.
Yeah.
We're technically Rick Gold's interns, so that it's not illegal what he's doing.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to pay us right now, but later on he has to promise to offer us a job.
Yeah, definitely offer us a job. So there's
Boy,
one
keep-
more left.
Keep pushing, boys. Keep pushing.
We got one more left. You know, slip and slides.
Sure.
Well, this one, it's way funner because it goes just downhill. You set it at the top of the hill and then drag it down to the bottom of the hill, and it's got moguls on it, like in skiing. And it slows you down quite a lot. So it's like what used to just take 5 seconds to get to the bottom, now it takes 30.
That sounds terrible and painful.
Yeah, that sounds like the worst way to do a slip and slide. Have you ever been on one on a bumpy hill?
Yeah, no.
Have you ever had the hill tried to enter you
But these
as
are
you slide down?
These are smooth.
It's not fun at all.
These are smooth bumps, and they're really big. So a lot of times what happens is you kind of fly off them for a second.
So really, you catch air and then bang your head on this other sharp part.
If you're
wooden piece on the end.
if you're unlucky, that can happen.
This guy can't be making any money.
They come
No.
with
He can't be making any money.
It comes with helmets, right?
How's this guy going to pay you if he's not making any money off these crazy products?
Well, that's also our fault because we're not selling them hard enough, and it's also James's fault for getting you on here disparaging them. You got to admit.
Listen, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, well, we're not here for honesty.
And
we're here to
really,
sell
we
a product.
appreciate your
Obviously,
honesty.
you're not involved in any honesty.
We're here to sell a product, and you're mucking it all up.
We always like to have the conflicting point of view to show that we're willing to hear those complaints.
Yeah, I'm the
Adam.
devil's advocate on these products.
Yeah.
Well, I think if we're going to have a devil's
a
advocate,
good thing.
we should run it by Rick.
Well, maybe we'll look into it.
Well, we're
I'm
going to
gonna call
probably.
up. I'm going to run a couple things by Rick. I'll tell you that. Where is Rick?
He couldn't be here.
Couldn't be here.
No.
Too busy selling saw blades. It's frisbees.
Well, actually, we're doing that for him. He's out, coming up with new things to put in his next catalog.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
Thank you. See, that's the first positive thing you've said all night.
Yeah, it was sarcasm.
Well, you didn't have to go and ruin it for me.
So are we done here? What are we doing?
I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're pretty well ready to wrap it up.
Joe's
tonight.
been waving at us.
Yeah, our producer's been signaling it's just about time to go.
I don't know
Why
what
don't
it
we,
is. I've been ignoring the signals.
let's play a song or something.
Let's play the
Great.
outro theme song.
Yeah, the outro theme song. That one.